Yeah, what's up? Do y'all think you understand this movie?
Oh yeah, I mean I've
Yeah.
read the book.
I read 100 pages
I
of the
thought it was
book.
pretty straightforward.
I think
Did you just watch it for the first time?
Yeah.
This is
You
my
too?
first time watching it.
Okay, it's my second time watching it.
It's my fourth attempt trying to watch it.
Wow,
Too.
that's a lot of attempts.
Yeah.
But I had
They
3
put him to
attempts
sleep a lot.
the last 3 days.
Huh?
I kept falling asleep.
It's tough. I mean, it's long. It's
And
2.5 hours. It's pretty soothing.
Yeah. Politics puts me right to sleep,
Part
dude.
1. Dune politics.
I guess. I mean, they were talking, and then all of a sudden, it was the next morning.
The
Or more like 3
scenery's
a.m.
nice. The scores are really nice. Like the music.
I like
is
the
nice.
movie. Do you
No,
like it?
I liked it a lot.
I thought
I actually
liked
did. I'm excited for the second one. I think the second one's gonna be.
This was a lot of prep. I think
lot
the
of
second
prep.
one could be like high 8s.
It was like seeing Deathly Hallows Part 1. Like, no one was like, that was BS. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, it
yeah.
was just like, yeah. It was a
I
lot of-
enjoyed it. You gonna
it was
do
a lot
our
of
rating real
preface.
quick?
Yeah, let's rate it. Ready?
You got a rating?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Ready?
What if we did a trifecta?
That'd be sick. That'd be a first.
You got it, right?
I'd have to come
Yeah,
up with
got
a
it.
new
Right.
emoji to use.
All right.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
8.3. I had 8.2. I was fighting.
I said
between-
7.5. So
You know what I was about to
that's
say when you
a-
mentioned the
that's
trifecta
outlandish.
is there's no chance.
Hudson is weird
He
score.
low balls and he high balls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm all or
if
nothing.
If it's bad,
Alright.
he's gonna score it high.
I thought it was an alright movie, but like,
I think for a movie
I think
that
it's
was
cool.
like guaranteed, like everyone kind of understood it was prep for something
Yeah.
bigger. I think it was like an 8.
that's I kind
There
of
was
put
still
I kind
some-
of put that a lot into account of like it's supposed to not be that great because it's a preface movie.
But I
Yeah,
also
so, like,
think
7.5 is
it had
pretty tough
enough.
score.
Yeah.
It had enough like
Action at the end.
action at like throughout.
There
I mean,
was
saw some
action.
the
sandworms.
Duke part was kind of cool when he
I
eats
also
his
just
tooth.
think sci-fi stuff. Like I was telling Zach earlier, like there was times when Zach was asleep and I was watching it and I was struggling through it just because like it makes me feel nerdy. I don't know, like
Oh, I
just
don't-
listen
is
to
that a
someone.
bad thing?
Yeah, I think
don't
I
know.
kind of.
It just makes me like
That's
not
just
even
kinda
feel
who I
nerdy,
am.
but like
Yeah,
it just
I
like
love this
makes
stuff.
it feels dumb. Like,
Sci-fi is probably actually I don't think so because I don't really love a lot of sci-fi. I guess fantasy would be my favorite.
yeah,
Like, what do you consider Harry Potter?
fantasy, I guess.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
fantasy.
It's just whenever they're
What about
like
Lord of the Rings?
Lord Zanzibar and Planet
don't
Akbar,
think
and
that's
I just
sci-fi.
don't. I think Lord
No,
of the
no, no.
Rings
So, is
is
that
different
fantasy?
because it's more like there's more lore in it. Like elves and trolls are
Lord of the
already kind
Rings.
of a thing. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Like you're not just making up this random world out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just feels
Star
like
Trek, sci-fi.
Sci-fi. But I think Star
It needs
Wars is
spaceships.
fantasy.
yeah. No, they're both sci-fi.
No. And here's the difference. I found out. So
It's science fantasy. That's what sci-fi means, right?
science fantasy.
Science fiction is that what sci-fi
yeah,
means?
No, it's what you're saying. But the difference between Star Wars being fantasy
Eh.
and
Star Trek.
Define
Science
sci-fi
fiction. It's
is
science
definitely
fiction.
Yeah.
yeah.
Not science
yeah.
fantasy.
Yeah, he
Well,
put that in. So the difference is Star
I corrected
Trek.
myself.
Yeah,
With a John Ray
Well, he
thing.
had me in that. Okay.
Yeah. I had him.
So
I had him in my
Science
snares.
fantasy.
The difference is Star Trek is sci-fi because it could all be real with like science. If science,
daft?
No, yeah, what? What are you talking about?
what do you mean? If science got
There's
that
just
far,
as
it could-
much scientific proof
No.
in Star
And the
Trek as
difference
there is in
between
Star Wars.
it is basically the Force. So that's fantasy.
Oh, you're saying okay.
So
aliens,
Star
I guess.
Trek could like through the advancements of time,
theoretically-
if science got far enough
All right.
and we were traveling through space,
Beam me up, Scott.
aliens
Said.
could be real.
That's why like magic is fantasy.
Magic's fantasy.
Like if it's purely not off of logic at all, then
Yeah.
it's just okay. I
What
get you.
is? What about beam me up, Scotty?
Yeah, but that's like particle
That's science.
redistribution
So it's
or
science.
something.
but
Yeah,
the
it's
Force is
supposed
magic.
science.
The Force is just like
So you think that's
yeah.
a clone of the person that was on the planet? And
oh,
they're-
kind of like they say like where.
if
not
you
a
if you
clone.
travel,
Well, that's what there's a thing about like traveling through time is each time you travel. I think that's from Star Trek, isn't
or it could be like
each time you
teleporting.
travel. That really the science that's happening is it clones you really quick and spits you out over here.
But wouldn't that mean like your brain's different?
It's an exact copy of where you were.
So what? So you're telling me it's cloning you, murdering the old you.
Pretty much.
Yeah,
all
but it makes more
simultaneously? I
sense
don't
with
know.
the
That-
Star Trek one
That
because
sounds
it's like
dumber than if
they
were
turn to
just like,
particles and then pop back up on the ship, just copying.
Yeah, I
themselves.
like the idea of like we
Where
turn
did the
into
original
particles.
particles go?
to where you are now.
Particles.
Like
Particles.
they fission your particles, turn them into light, and then they move them somewhere else.
I never really liked Star Trek that much.
No, Star Trek
I
kind of
didn't
stinks. I think this is actually probably the most exciting sci-fi thing
I
I've
don't
seen.
know why I didn't give this a chance earlier than this. I'm glad I didn't, because I want to see Dune Part 2 like pronto.
Oh, so you really like this?
I want to see Dune Part 2 because people are blowing smoke up its ass.
I think Dune Part 2 might push like high 8s. Maybe.
Yeah, I'm really
thinking-
excited for Dune Part 2.
But he doesn't want to watch it this weekend.
Christopher Walken is.
Oh, why not?
I got a wedding.
Oh, okay. Well, that
You're going?
That makes
I
sense.
thought you were already married. What?
Big Will's wedding's on Saturday.
Oh, shit, really?
Yeah.
Oh, snap. I got a wedding.
Nice. Where is it at?
Our whole family's going, so you should probably be there. Did you RSVP?
I definitely think I did. No, I did. I remember the email now. But damn, those... I feel like his invite was really small. Didn't give you a lot of information on it.
Yeah, you don't need that much.
It's just the URL, right?
Just a date and time.
Yeah.
Is it a destination wedding?
Might as well
it's
tell
in
me these
Fayetteville.
things.
Oh,
Well, I
okay.
mean, he did. He sent
Thank
you an
God,
invite.
dude.
You got the invitation.
Yeah, what do you mean?
I don't know what the distance is for weddings, but
When is Jack's wedding?
June.
Okay.
Got some time to get shredded before that one.
You're
I
looking
keep trying to
good.
look
I
really
keep
good.
on-
I'm talking about Hudson.
I keep
Oh.
on feeling like I'm like
Hudson got invited
99%.
to Jack's wedding and I
did.
didn't?
Oh, you
Hudson
did?
got invited to his
Ooh.
bachelor party.
Did I?
I'm pretty. It's at the Florida house, and
I
he was
never
like,
got a
"Oh, Hudson's
confirmation
gonna
on
come too." I think you're like,
Okay.
if you want to come, you can go.
Okay, yeah.
You can just ride with me.
Okay,
Wow,
yeah.
wow.
I have like 50%
I didn't know y'all were
say.
that close.
They shared a bathroom, and Jack
shared
made it.
a bathroom.
This used to be Jack's.
Oh, I forgot Jack lived here.
This used to be
Yeah.
Jack's domain before it was
How long Jack
podcast
lived here?
studio.
Like a few months?
Probably about 6 months.
It was kind of a blur. You
Yeah.
didn't really see a lot of Jack. He sticks
he
to
was in and
himself
out.
as a roommate,
Yeah.
but that's fine.
Good roommate.
Yeah, I don't need y'all up in my business.
Zach, I wanted to ask you, and I keep forgetting about it because it happened right before Japan. How was the hunt thing?
Oh, what were we hunting?
Quail hunt?
Quail hunt.
Yeah,
quail.
I always want to say like dove or pigeon.
I wanted to say pheasant, and that's why I
Did you
said
go
the hunt
quail?
thing.
Did
No,
you
I didn't
not?
go.
No, I almost gave up my spot. I almost gave it a map. But
I
it was
heard
a lot
about
of
that.
fun.
I was going to be pissed.
Really? Why?
I mean, you were
I was
going to give
going
it
to
up so you
Japan
could
the
stay at
next
home.
I was gonna get ready for the
It was
trip,
a work thing.
but it didn't take me too long.
What were you doing?
There was only 4 spots.
John was just being
It
selfless
was
and
a
let
work
everyone
thing
else
and
go.
you didn't go? You're top of the
It
work
was a
chain.
good time
All you
for
need is
Zach
one
to,
night.
That's true.
Zach had to
You don't wanna
represent.
overcrowd
And I
it.
wanted the other guys to, they would have liked it.
No, if
more
there
than
was
me.
4 nights there, then it would just be
That
like,
would have been like,
who do I
y'all
talk
just on
to?
a family trip.
But how'd it
Yeah.
go?
it was fun.
How many quail?
They
did
were
you get?
blowing some smoke up your ass. Oh, I probably shot like 12 quail. There was
Oh,
like
they were
40.
blowing smoke up my ass.
Oh, they're like, oh yeah, John's the best boss. Yeah, and saying all this stuff. And I just paused for a second. I said, he's kind of a piece of shit. And it
You
got a
said
big
that?
laugh to everyone.
If you think about it.
If you really think about it.
Wow.
But yeah,
Who was talking me up?
I think all of them.
Wow, that's
I think they wanted this happen right here.
Yeah, that sounds like some brown nose.
Yeah, it was totally.
Yeah, but now that they all talked me up, it's like no one did. You
Yeah,
know, it's
pretty
like
much,
I did it.
yeah.
You know, there you go.
Yeah. I deserve a raise.
How many quail did you kill?
Probably like 12, but Ty was the real. He was mass murdering those quail. But I'll tell you what, I killed way more quail than they killed me.
Nice.
Because they didn't even stand a chance.
Did they?
There was one time, dude, like. So the biggest stressful thing about quail hunting is you got to be careful of these dogs.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
like there was 0% chance I was gonna shoot forward if I saw a dog like around that area.
I heard the guy was like pretty serious about his dogs,
Oh.
and he made someone pay like.
$2,000, and you don't get to keep the dog.
That's fair. I mean,
Yeah, I wouldn't want to keep the dog. It's
No.
Maine
Yeah,
now,
that's-
but it was
well,
funny that
and
that
it's
was
his
at, like,
dog. That'd be weird.
yeah. Oh well, it's my dog now.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
a
you're
bold
paying full
claim.
price.
You shot him, and now you want him.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Ty would take some like riskier shots, but he was way better with the shotgun.
Yeah.
and mine was like, mine was not like double barrel, so I had to like do like the fill it up, whatever. And I wasn't used to that. It's not like riding a bike at all.
Yeah.
But so one time there was like a quail and it like went up real low and then just landed in the grass. And I just, pretty sure this is unsportsman, but like they weren't looking and I just shot it in the grass.
Just destroyed it.
I wrecked this bird, and then they're like, "Oh, I think we got about 2," and I'm like, I got a third one right over in this bush.
I shot him up there, and he landed around here.
And he was like, I didn't see you get him. I was like, yeah,
He's got a lot of pellets in him.
I'm pretty quick. Jeez.
This thing.
What the hell happened to this thing?
Did you have to? Did they, when you shot them, they were dead, or did you have to kill any with your hands?
No. It's way better than dove hunting.
Did you ever hear about that?
He was at John's, or he at least heard my speech for your wedding.
Yeah.
But yes, no, the dogs either did the work for you because they would go grab the quail, give it back to their owner. I mean, the dogs were so beast.
Really?
Yeah, they were juiced up too. They loved the hunt.
Nice.
Ass.
I don't know who did that.
That was you. You moved your microphone.
Movie night. Movie night. Movie night. Ain't no doubt we about to watch one. Movie night. Turn it on. Gotta get it started. Let's watch a movie tonight. 'Cause movie nights are always the best of times. Got to keep on watching. Keep on watching. Got to keep on watching. Keep on watching.
Got to keep on watching, and that we do, folks.
That we do.
We just watched Dune Part 1.
Yeah, this is one of those podcasts that I would say probably watch the movie.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we already rated it an 8.2.
Yeah, but most of the time it's not saying like that. Like, if you go off the ratings, there's a lot of movies you probably missed, but like, I think we're going to be talking about the movie a lot more than we normally do.
Oh, you think?
I don't know. I don't have anything other than movie talk.
You don't have a game?
No, I couldn't think of one for this.
It doesn't have to be movie exact.
It doesn't? Since when? I thought that was our whole spiel.
We don't always play games based off the movie. How about the 1 marshmallow, 2 marshmallow? Hey.
Hey.
Yeah, I'm terrible. Alright, I got a joke, though, that I thought of when watching this.
All right.
What do you call Khal Drogo in Dune? Dothrakis.
I don't get
The
it yet.
place was
Yeah, there it is.
Arrakis.
Ah, good
It
one.
was Dothraki. Dothrakis.
All right, here's a joke.
Hmm.
What do you say the Atreides are when they have to go to Arrakis?
Travelers.
They're doomed. Kind of like doomed.
Yeah, I got it. I feel like both of our phrasings could
Use
use
a
some
little
work,
Yeah,
and then
those are-
it's absolute
Those were
gold.
both pretty. Those were both pretty weak, but I
Then they're
think they were.
Oh, you think of one up the spot.
I think they were in their fetus phase, though. I think y'all could improve upon them.
I'm trying to think of another one. All right, let me read my plot summary. From what I gather from Dune, it is a movie set thousands of years in the future, where spice, a hallucinogen that also powers rocket ships, rules the land. Paul Atreides, played by Timothée Chalamet, has a very keen nose for spice, and it makes him trip balls. That, along with his dormant powers in The Voice, make him a force to be reckoned with. Upon taking a sweet hit of spice, Paul sees himself in the future with Zendaya and the Fremen. I feel like they say Fremen, not Fremen.
They do.
And although his Bene Gesserit skills are great, he has a lot to learn. Bene Gesserit skills are great. He has a lot to learn before he's ready to save anyone. But I believe Paul Atreides can save the world.
I'm watching that right now.
How do you like it?
You want? I mean, bad.
That's why I'd rather see Dune this weekend.
No. Well, I don't have time for one. For two, I think the people need to hear an Avatar review.
Yeah, I might have to rewatch some episodes because honestly, it's all kind of just a blur.
All right, here's one. Where does Jason Momoa get coffee in Arrakis?
Wow. I don't know.
Dunkin' Idaho Donuts.
Oh yeah,
Duncan, Idaho.
The
Is that his
dude's
name?
Yeah,
the
Duncan,
dude's
Idaho.
name being Duncan, Idaho,
I didn't like
really
Idaho.
threw me off. Sounds
Also,
like a
the
High
weird-
School
the-
Musical character or something.
Yeah, and also the name Idaho doesn't really fit in the
No, that's
sci-fi
what I'm
movie.
saying. It sounds
Neither does
really
Duncan, though.
American. Sounds
Duncan
like
can work.
It
Guy's
sounds like
named
a
Paul. It's like,
a quarterback or something.
True.
which one is better, Dunkin' Idaho Donuts or Dunkin' Donuts Idaho?
The first one.
Okay. All right, so I'm still working on some kinks.
We're figuring it out.
This
This guy hasn't thought of a single one.
Not a single
no.
joke yet.
Yeah, what a goof.
Okay.
If I knew,
We were doing this.
no, if I knew more names and stuff, like if I had read the book and had a little bit more.
You said you read the book.
I read like 100 pages and I gave up.
All right. I have a really good
Quitter.
summary, part of which I think came from reading the book.
Yeah, here we go again. He's like a guy doing CrossFit.
I read the book.
Yeah.
I read the book.
You read the
I-
Harry Potters too, right?
Yeah, I read those. in
This
high
guy
school, though.
reads.
The Emperor of the Universe has relinquished the Harkonnens as rulers of Arrakis and put the Atreides in charge. The Harkonnens have been in control of Arrakis and spice production for 80 years and thus are more rich than the Emperor himself. They will not accept this without a fight. Paul Atreides arrives to Arrakis and quickly adapts to the way of the desert. Paul's mother, Jessica, goes against the Bene Gesserit rules of having only daughters in order to be the one to give birth to the chosen one, Kwisatz Haderach. Paul passes the Bene Gesserit test, and when arriving to Arrakis, the Bene Gesserit gang has already spread word that the chosen one is coming. The desert people, or Fremen, believe Paul is their savior, Lisan al-Gaib. The Harkonnens and the Emperor's Sardaukar warriors attack the Atreides on Arrakis. Paul's father, the Duke, is murdered by the traitor Dr. Yue, and the Atreides are extinct, all but Paul and his mother, who barely escape. They seek refuge and are welcomed by the Fremen after Paul defeats one of them in battle.
Yeah, his future side is confusing, but I guess he doesn't get it either right now.
That he can see the future.
It's like
But it's
different,
not right.
different like opportunities or different ways of the future, right?
Oh, what he
I
sees.
thought
different
the guy he
decisions,
killed was
'cause-
going to be his homie.
Yeah, because the guy he kills is
Yeah,
like
yeah.
his best friend or mentor or whatever, in his visions, and then he kills him.
Oh, yeah. I didn't really put two and two together with that whole thing. I don't know if it happens like that in the book. In the book, when the helicopter...
I say, this guy read the book. He didn't put two and two together. That's crazy.
Well, maybe it wasn't like it was in the book.
Well, how was it? You read the book?
I read it a while ago. I read it on my honeymoon. When I was reading the book, Taylor read about 6 books in the time it took me to read this one book.
Granted, this is a tough book.
I was reading Dune, and she was reading I Am Number 4 of the series, and that's like 4th grade.
Why'd they never make another one of those movies?
I thought the movie was pretty
I
good,
thought it was pretty good.
but I bet if we watch it now, it would suck.
Yeah.
Is that the one where he gets like tattooed in the
Yeah.
water? That movie was pretty bad.
Well,
I
of
watched
course
it
you
pretty,
think so.
Mr.
Watched it pretty
Sir
recently.
Racer
You're a
Lot.
bad
Wasn't that
attitude
great?
movie guy.
It wasn't that great.
Yeah, I know.
love those.
I know you think so.
All right.
When the helicopter crashes, which was a sick scene when he's like, he uses the voice and then the mom gets undone. She's like, kill him with her voice.
Yeah.
That's pretty sick.
The voice is tight.
When they crash and they look back and see everything's like in ruin, in the book, he becomes like very aware of all of his powers. And from that point on, when he realizes his dad's dead, he
OP.
kind of is like OP from that point on.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I feel like that's kind of cheap.
Well, it's like, I don't know, it happens in kind of a different way.
Yeah.
And, I mean, he still gets more beasts when he starts training with them and stuff, but, like, that's when he becomes good at, like, his visions and stuff.
Was it weird? I know, like, the book was made far before Spice the Drug. Like,
Yeah.
but, like, for me, like, just hearing them be like, the spice fields, like, we're all getting high off spice. Like, it was just,
Fake
like,
weed.
really goofy. And just,
But the
like,
spice
odd to hear.
also controls, like, it's
time
like,
travel or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
so that's also why it's expensive.
Yeah.
But
Does
you can-
everyone get visions when they snort spice?
it sounds like it. It sounds like
Do they
you,
have
I mean,
spice?
because all
Oh,
the
okay.
Fremen were like,
So his visions aren't even like on some like, oh, I'm Ben Gesserit.
I think it
him.
is.
It's
I think
just
it
like,
is.
oh, I'm high on spice. We could all be that guy.
Yeah.
I think it's
I wonder if
Because
there's,
so
like,
far his visions aren't correct. So
I
But he
wonder if there's,
also
like,
isn't really
spice
like
heads.
snorting spice. He's just breathing in the air.
yeah, but imagine you're in a spice bowl. Just, I mean,
But most of that's sand, right? Or is the whole sand spice?
there's spice
in the
in the
air.
sand.
There's definitely spice.
Yeah,
in
like
the
when he
sand.
shined the light in the tent and there was like
Yeah, but
little
there's
glowing
sand in the
particles.
air.
He was like,
Spice in
"There's
the-
spice in this tent."
Here's
They
an
started
interesting
tripping
thing
valves.
from the book. The
Every time John says from the book, take a shot. You're gonna be hammered.
What was that lady's name? Dr. Keynes, the black lady.
Yeah.
In the book, that's a dude, and it's also Zendaya's father.
Well, that's confusing.
I thought Zendaya's dad was gonna be like the one at the end.
Yeah, it's not. Her
Is it?
dad's supposed to be Dr. Keynes.
Maybe it's Zendaya's
dies.
mom.
Maybe.
Still respectable.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is pretty much
Doesn't
the same
really
thing.
matter, but
Yeah.
it's an
Did
interesting
he
change.
also die by a sandworm?
He didn't die that way, but he did die. I can't remember how.
Why do they switch up stuff like that?
Yeah, I don't know.
So weird.
Yeah.
Oh, man. So here's an interesting one. I was about to suggest we watch No Country for Old Men. I've never
Great
seen
movie.
it.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
good.
hell of a villain.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's that guy.
he's that guy. But also, I was watching No Country for Old Men this week because I wanted to see it. And I've only watched about half. But the villain is the Stilgar guy. Stilgar. And then the main guy is also in this. So both the guys from No Country for Old Men.
Who's the other guy?
He's the one that fights them at the beginning in their little bubble suits.
Yeah, their bubble suits confuse me.
Josh Brolin.
Yeah, Josh Brolin.
Josh Brolin.
What's his name in this? Damn, I probably wrote it down.
It's either like Xanthamar or
No,
like
it's not.
Rodney.
Gurney Halleck.
Gurney Halleck.
Yeah, their suits don't make any sense because sometimes he's like, you gotta stab slow and it'll get you.
Yeah,
And other
that
times,
made no
like,
sense to
Duncan
me.
Idaho's slicing up those jokers. It's
I
like,
noticed that like whenever they're doing like fast fight scenes, it doesn't matter. Like
Yeah.
they'll just be stabbing folks, and then like whenever it's like 1v1, they'll be like, no.
yeah, like that thing that they shot his dad, and it's like going
Yeah,
on his
yeah,
back.
You're just screwed.
He's like,
Yeah.
just waiting for 10 seconds. He's like, yeah, that was
Also,
the.
if
I think I
a-
could have stopped that thing.
If a knife is coming slow, couldn't you just like move? Like,
Well, I don't
get-
know.
Does it slow time around your body?
I think it gives you time to like defend.
Did you see the old dude?
Which one? Yeah, well, did you see the fight when they're in bubble
That's
suits?
it's hilarious.
That's the part that's corny. Have you
Yeah,
seen
That's
that?
so funny. Well, Matt just showed us the other day because we were
Yeah.
talking about
Are
watching
they
It was-
playing?
Matty Aches.
Matty Aches. Yeah, it looks like Roblox.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
They just turned it on and they were like,
Median squares, dude.
yeah, I did love that. I was
They
like,
do a good job in this. I mean, to explain
Yeah.
what it is.
Yeah.
they didn't really
The
explain
words
It
are pretty
doesn't.
cool. I mean,
the
like,
only thing that made me mad about the explanation thing is in the old one, he's explaining it like to the people that just came, so it makes sense why he would be explaining it. And this one, it's like he's like, the slower you go, that's when you can get in there. And it's like, I remember when he said it. I was like, what is this? His first lesson? Like what? Like why would you be telling him that? Like
I think it
some
was his
tricks.
first lesson with that guy. He used to train with
No.
Duncan, Idaho.
I don't know.
Paul's OP. I don't know who he trained with, but he killed that friend, and I'm pretty sure all
Easy.
they do is he was toying with him.
This movie came out in
Ew.
2021. That seems like a long time ago.
It was.
3 years ago.
Yeah, it was meant.
Yeah.
That's crazy. The time it takes to
Take-
make movies these days.
That big
Lord of
of a
the Rings came
production,
out
yeah.
3 years in a row.
Just like bam, bam, bam.
Yeah,
I bet
think it was
they
like
did.
They
2001,
didn't have a lot of
2003.
CGI. They just had costumes and
Yeah, but that costume's got to be tough. But yeah, I guess maybe CGI and computer work
And the
takes
orcs
a
They
long
didn't
time.
have a lot
A
of
lot.
CGI in Lord of the Rings.
That-
I mean, orcs,
the
they probably
makeup, we looked it up,
multiplied
takes 8 hours. And there's so
that's
many
tough for
orcs.
those guys.
They probably just did like.
They probably had like
a
50
month of
dudes
those
and then
scenes.
just copied and pasted
There's a
them.
decent amount of CGI. I mean, they're fighting in these castles that don't exist.
Yeah, and like caverns
But
and
the
stuff.
first
I don't know.
movie, I can almost nearly not picture almost any.
What was that word you said?
Nearly?
I can't even picture any CGI in the
Can't
first movie.
nearly.
I didn't know what you said.
I was trying to find my sentence.
I think it was a triple negative.
Also, it's kind of weird that his grandpa died bullfighting. Like,
Is that what happened?
Paul Atreides?
Yeah.
Is that why he has that bull?
yeah.
I did not pick
Remember,
up on that
and-
part.
Well,
What
they
bull?
only
That's-
allude to it.
That little statue he always looks at.
Oh.
And there's a
That's the-
bull head that they show several times, and then they go to his tombstone. There's a bull on it, and he said, "Grandpa used to do bullfights," and he said,
Oh.
"Yeah, and look how it turned out for him."
That
Yeah.
is a weird way to go. That
I didn't know that meant
Especially
that's
in
how
space,
he died.
you don't
Yeah,
see a single
fortunate.
normal animal. You
No.
don't see a dog. You don't see
No.
a bird,
And
and,
he
all of a
died
sudden
in
this guy
bullfight.
bullfights
Is
in
that
space.
Is that to
I bet
make you
they're
think
cooler.
like, oh, in the past generations there was a lot of animals?
Well, I guess we never really were on their home planet. You know.
But what if their bullfighting
yeah.
is like way more intense? We
More
think it's a
intense than
bull.
normal bullfighting?
Yeah, it's a space bull.
Yeah, but I'm saying a normal guy against a bull is already pretty slim odds. I
pretty
don't think
good.
they need to have a...
Do bullfighters normally die?
Sometimes. It sounded like this guy was going out in the wild and fighting bulls. That's what, like, the way he said it. You know, I don't remember the scene, and it sounded like he was just, like,
Robert
wrestling
Baratheon.
bulls and eating them or something. I don't know.
Maybe.
What a pimp.
Yeah, like Robert Baratheon.
Mm-hmm. He died.
Like Ben Stiller from Dodgeball.
Oh yeah, but he got the bull.
He did
Got the bull by the horns.
Sure.
Isn't that
How did... Huh?
catch the bull by the horns?
Yeah.
Grab the
Take
bull by the horn.
horns. Grab the
Take
bull
the
by the
bull by
horns.
the
Take the bull by the horn?
Yeah.
Something.
I'm not sure what the first word is.
What would y'all use the voice for? Give me $1 million.
These are not the droids you're looking for.
Yeah.
For people
It's very
looking for
similar to
droids.
the Force.
Oh yeah, very
that
much
sense.
so. But they don't have telekinesis.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, several things. I'd use it every single day.
I couldn't imagine I'd use it very much.
You don't
I
think
feel-
you'd ever use the voice?
Who am I using it on?
Yeah, it'd be pretty douche. I would
Yeah,
feel
like
really
I would
bad
feel
about
bad. Like
using
I
it.
wouldn't be like, go get me a drink.
No,
like,
no.
I would
And I'd be
just-
like, let me cut you in line.
I wouldn't do that either.
That'd be funny. That's innocent enough.
That's innocent. I was like,
and-
hey, man, you got us a couple seconds. I use the voice on you.
And also, it has
Hey,
to
this
be
line's
like,
only for Flash Pass.
you gotta think.
I have a Flash Pass.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
That's a good one. Yeah, yeah. Lines
you,
will be
you
beats.
got to think with the line, like if I'm imagine that a lot of people are around, you got the person in front of you, you got other people in the line, and then you just see someone be like, I need your line space, and then just go in front of them. I'd be like, what the hell was that? Like, that
And
would
then you
cause
turn
a-
around, then you'd be the next victim.
Yeah, but it was. So you got to do it to 20 people around you until you can
it's-
get your coffee. Like, I don't know. That's
We're in Orlando, Florida. You have to do it to about 300 people before you get on.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think it's worth it.
Man, I'll tell you what, even like the lines at those amusement parks, I can't believe I used to stand in them.
We would sell every house at Chisholm Hill.
Hour and a half.
Buy this house.
Oh, yeah.
And they came to look. I'm not going to make someone like,
Their credit is fine. They just wake up in a daze in a new home.
yeah.
What happened?
I can't afford this.
It's beautiful though, isn't it?
There are no touch-ups.
That's a good one.
Yeah, because you'll do a
The
whole
house
nother
looks perfect.
Wow, this house looks perfect.
You'll leave a 5-star Google review saying so. Yeah, I'd basically just use it at work.
Yeah, work
We would
be
be great. No
You know
complaints.
Yeah, there's a moral.
Yeah.
You can't do it.
There's
but
never a time you can do it morally.
Yeah, yeah,
pretty
especially
much.
in today's day and age with consent and that whole thing.
Yeah, that whole
you know?
word.
And just making people do stuff without consent.
Whenever
That's
they
all
invented
can of
the word
worms.
consent.
a lot of worms.
A lot of worms.
Yeah, but there's some fun stuff he could use it for.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'd find ways just to use it for fun.
I'd probably get like free drinks and stuff.
If you could do it to
Yeah, that's a good
animals, that would be sick.
What would you want an animal to do?
You'll
It'd
be
sick.
my
I could-
friend.
Yeah,
You're
it could
a
be
lion.
like, deer,
And
come
you're-
up here. And
Yeah,
I
you gotta
could
get
pet
close
it.
enough to him.
Or like even just rigs. It could be like, stop freaking out.
You're not nuts anymore.
Yeah.
Shadows are your friend.
What do you think about the worms? They're kind of cool.
The worms are tight.
Worms are-
And
I
then
thought
at
it was
the
cool
end-
how they like swim in the sand.
Yeah.
Oh
super
yeah, I
cool.
did like. I
That's
didn't
sick.
really notice that until like they pulled up and the worm pulled up on them.
Yeah.
Have y'all seen the Dune Part 2 popcorn buckets? They're causing a whirl.
Yeah.
No, what's up with them?
You've never seen those?
They look like a
Penis?
No, the
they look
exact
like the
opposite.
sandworm. So it's just like this bucket that when you put your hand into it for the popcorn, you get a bunch of like bristles. hit your hand.
Oh.
And you know,
At
people
the,
are like,
at the
People are-
top, you got to stick your
yeah,
hand
and
through
like
its
people are
teeth.
making memes
disgusting.
that are like the
Like
Dune
a-
2 bucket making me act up.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. And then they discontinued.
Discontinued.
Yes.
Disin-
Discontinued.
They're dissing the bucket.
Discontinued.
Oh, wow, yeah. That's a crazy popcorn bucket.
Yeah, and
They
they were
sell 'em on
asking like
eBay
all
now.
the actors, and they're like, I did not.
I did not consent to
I
the
did not
popcorn
know.
bucket.
Yeah, well, why would they? Who would come to the actors to be like, "Is this popcorn bucket okay for your movie?"
They were
That
like,
thing is
they were like,
weird looking.
have you seen the
Oh,
popcorn bucket? And they were like, yeah, we've seen it.
I think it's tight.
I don't know. I
I
don't know
would never
what
want
that's
to
about.
eat popcorn through it. That would be like really uncomfortable. But I think
Oh
it's,
man,
it's
just
cool.
like I wouldn't want
I
that
think it's
shit
kinda
touching
cool.
my hand.
I think it's cool.
I think
It's
it's
gonna
cool
get
as
an
like
idea.
a
Hey,
collector's
eventually
you
item.
know
it's gonna
what?
get
They're
buttery
hating on the
and
guy
weird, and
who
it's
made
gonna-
it, but I think it was a good idea.
I think it was a good idea too.
Yeah, true. You're like up to your wrist. Yeah, it's completely
It
buttered.
looks really weird in this one.
Yeah, I don't like it. Every single one of the bristles would be buttery.
It looks like it
they're
should be at a
buttered bristles.
starship.
And then you're up to your wrist
and butter.
in butter.
Yeah.
It's already pain in the ass to.
Oh yeah, I mean you would be buttered.
Yeah.
You would be absolutely
Yeah.
buttered. I hadn't seen that yet. Oh, that's funny.
But yeah. So, anyways, what else happens in this movie,
Oh,
Mister?
the
Book
mom is
reader.
preg,
Oh yeah. he was-
and when she has a daughter, they're going through some ritual later, and then the daughter comes out like
full grown.
Albert Einstein.
What? Like
Like
talking?
at a baby, it can like talk.
Oh.
I think
So
it's
we'll get to
kinda
that.
weird.
Yeah, it's really weird.
I
Freak
saw
baby.
some video. It was like they were born a certain way, so they have like all the memories of their past and present.
Yeah, like
Selves.
Avatar.
Who did?
I think Paul Atreides.
Like
His
he's
sister.
saying, like everyone.
His
that
sister, I
has-
think, like can do all kinds of crazy shit. When I was reading the book, I actually thought that it was going to be that
She
they were
was the-
wrong about Paul and that the girl was the chosen.
Doesn't it have to be a dude?
According to Ben Gesserit, but also, and it sounds like a bunch of that stuff is kind of like lore that they spread in order to
Yeah.
help them. So, like, the Ben Gesserit went to Arrakis and were like, "Oh, there's this like savior coming."
Yeah.
So, like, some of it's
Hang
like,
on.
yeah,
They're
like, and then
they're-
they spread rumors that Paul is going to fit to like help him and Jessica when they're there.
The Ben Gesserit are like lizard people.
Lizard people?
Yeah, like the term lizard people, like the Illuminati.
I don't know the term lizard people.
Well, it's from South Park, but anyway, like it's like people that control the Earth without like using puppets.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
like
so
they
they're
just
like
told
lizard
these
people.
people 1,000 years ago.
Yeah,
they
lizard
made
people.
this religion.
Yeah.
that is fake, and then they told them.
It's kind of like
that
that,
their
but also
Messiah
it's
would come.
kind of real. It's kind of confusing. The
Are
whole
they
book is
on?
really
It's
confusing.
like they're tricking people. They believe something is going to happen, but they had to trick people to make it happen.
yeah,
And-
yeah, a little bit like that.
Yeah.
Is the Ben Gesserit on his side, Paul's side?
It
Yes.
sounds like they are, but they're a little pissed because it's like all the Ben Gesserit are told only to have daughters.
Right.
I guess you're able to control that in this world.
I
And
think they just aborted.
Oh, maybe. Well, Jessica, she wanted. There is a prophecy about like a Ben Gesserit son, and so she wanted to give the Duke a son and also be the one. She wanted to be like, oh,
Oh,
I'm the prophet. You know.
He's also a
so
P,
she
right?
wanted the son.
It's-
She's Beast.
Because she was like, the grandma was like, it's because you're her son.
Yeah.
And he's a dude. So I think what happens is with the female Ben Gesserits, they have the past, present, and future of all the females' lineage of like their past lives or future lives
Yeah.
or whatever it is. But the males have the male and the female.
See, this is where
Twice as
we
much.
talked about this the other day. This is where it confused me because if he's the first male Ben Gesserit, then who other memories does he have besides
it's not
the
like
females?
he could have been a worm. He wasn't
So
always
you're,
Ben Gesserit.
so you're saying every Ben Gesserit has the memories of all their reincarnated selves,
Mm.
not each other's memories?
Yeah, it's like Attack on Titan. But you
Okay.
didn't really watch that.
How do you know that?
I did a little bit of research.
I think that happens like when Jessica's doing like this ritual, and that's when she gets all the Ben Gesserit, like all the past, present, like future ones.
Okay.
She does that, and she's pregnant when she does it, and so that she like
that-
drinks something or something that makes you like see everything they have, and then the baby gets that because she's pregnant, and then that's why the baby comes out a freak,
Okay.
Yeah.
and people are freaked out by the baby.
Even Paul.
I think Paul's even like, man, my sister's a freak, but I
Oh,
love
so
her."
Paul didn't get
But I
the
love-
same.
I can't remember. It's been a while, but that part
We had
happens,
to
and
have.
it's gonna be exciting. But that's probably gonna be in movie 3.
Are you sure? Because I'm pretty sure the daughter is played by that Anna girl or whatever, the Queen's Gambit girl with the giant eyes.
Oh, really?
Is that the daughter?
Anya Taylor-Joy?
Because she seems way too old.
Yeah, I was about to say she just.
Yeah,
like,
I
gets
was
really
wondering
old.
because when you were talking about her, I thought you were going to say she came out like full grown.
Okay.
No, that's not what happens to her. She's like a little
Is
kid.
she in this movie, Anya Taylor-Joy?
She is.
She's
actually.
in the second one.
Nice.
Yeah, but I think it's just an instant. But I'm pretty sure that was.
I'm gonna try and
The
see what
daughter.
her character's name is.
Do you know the daughter's name?
I would probably know if I read it.
Well, it probably
Which I
ended
did.
with Atreides.
What's her name in real life?
Anna something.
Anya.
Anya.
Huh? Are you sure she's in that movie?
She's in Dune Part 2.
I haven't seen her in a single thing.
Well, they probably this whole movie is about seeing into the future. You probably just see her future self. Now that I'm thinking
Yeah, but
about
she'd
it.
still be listed in the movie.
Yeah, she's not like.
Yeah, but that would make sense why there would be this age gap that doesn't make sense because
Oh, I
it
see
was
what you're
15
saying.
years in the future.
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah.
still the
And
daughter.
what I'm saying is, I'm looking at the cast of Dune 2, and I've not seen the Anya Taylor girl.
I know she's in it. I'm almost positive.
Yeah, it's probably because she's in the future. That's why you're not seeing it.
Let's see. She's in Dune Part 2.
Yep, there we go.
Oh.
She's uncredited.
She's Elia Atreides.
Yeah, that's got to be her.
Yeah. Oh.
For
Yeah.
whatever reason, she's uncredited.
Huh?
That's weird.
She's not like
She
in
got
the-
canceled.
Maybe they
Maybe.
just don't want you to know she's in there. Yeah, it's supposed to be a surprise.
Then why'd they put her in like the preview?
I haven't
Yeah.
seen the preview.
I don't like previews like I
Could
used
you
to.
imagine if there was a guy as fat as that dude that's like leads the Harkonnens and being like, I'm gonna follow that guy?
The Baron?
Yeah,
I don't
can
really
fly.
get.
he
Yeah,
can fly using a
Mech suit. Yeah, I
I
think
don't really
it's
get
fine.
what his deal is. What is he just a fat guy?
He's just a total
He
jerk.
is.
in the
fat guy.
old one, he was like a big old worm,
Which worm guy?
wasn't he? Wasn't that in the first like
I
in the
never saw
old Dune? But the
I never
scene that
seen-
we watched, was that not him? That's supposed to be him.
I don't
right?
remember a worm fellow.
Well, in the scene that we watched of the older Dune, like the Harkonnens come in and like he comes in this like big like tube thing, and like he looks like
Does
an
he have a
animal.
human face?
No, like it's like his face is like this hole, and they keep on like zooming in on his like mouth hole thing.
Is it not one of the actual worms?
No, because he's talking to it like it's like he's like doing business with it, like they're like talking
Business.
talking kingdom shop. I don't know what they're talking about, but
This is a little Dune lore, which we won't see for like 20 years, but Paul's son
Becomes a worm.
mixes, goes
How
full
did you?
worm.
Did you see what Dur said? Dur just told me that in the group meeting.
Paul's son.
Paul's son,
Paul
he
and
has a son and
Zendaia's
a daughter.
son. It becomes a worm.
Paul, why?
Apparently, the next
He's like way more OP than Paul.
people
So it
really
becomes a
love the
worm?
first book, Dune, and apparently the guy released it in bits in a newspaper.
That's cool.
I think that's how
That
it
is
first
tight.
started. And so he released parts of it in newspapers, and that's what I heard. And then I hear the next several books aren't very good.
That sucks.
I think we're gonna get 3 Dune movies based off the first book,
And then quit.
and then that's gonna be the end.
Yeah.
There's like 7 books, and I think the main author wrote like the first 3 or 4.
He
and then
died.
his sons like write the next ones, and I hear they suck too.
So so Paul's son,
Becomes a worm.
who is Paul's son, who he has with a human girl, presumably,
Yeah.
He does it.
turns into a worm because he's so powerful.
No,
I think
he allows the worms to he makes like a contract with the worms, and it makes his body like super like he doesn't need that suit that they needed to walk around. So
that's
now
nice.
he's full Dune. So
Okay.
now he's just got like worm. He's like impenetrable.
worm DNA.
Worm scales.
Does
And
he
then
look
it starts.
weird?
No, then he goes full worm. Then it's like a sandworm, and it's just like a body, like somebody being bird, and it's just like his torso, and the rest is worm. He goes a little too far. Because at first, when he was just
Yeah, when you just have the abilities or whatever.
and he was still had human feet,
Yeah, that's
it was
sick.
sick.
Yeah.
But then he went full worm. You never go full worm.
Never go full worm. Even
Yeah.
half worm. Too much worm.
It's too much worm. It's complicated, though. I'll tell you that much.
It sounds
Plus,
like
this could all be in the past. We're just now seeing it. Spice.
Spice.
the spice fields.
Let's see if I have any other questions.
I'm trying to find this Harkonnen.
Do you think
guy.
there's like in like towns or cities in this world, there's like spice heads like similar to like crackheads?
Gotta be.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
no,
God.
because it's only are the spice fields only on that one planet?
Yeah, but everyone gets spice.
Yeah, but it seems like spice is for like like
Higher ups.
or just to use as travel and stuff. It doesn't seem like people are getting high on
No, I think they do it for drug purposes
Love
too.
it. Oh yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
I think
there's
I don't know what
probably
you're talking
some
about,
spicy
Hudson,
J's
because
out there, yeah.
Yeah.
this is the guy, the first one. So they had like a similar
Well, then I don't
guy.
know what
Yeah,
I don't know
you were
what.
looking at
I guess I
something
was looking at
crazy.
somebody else. I don't know who the first scene to Dune is.
Now I want to watch the old Dunes. Maybe that's how I can get
the
my
scene
fix.
with the Duke spitting
Yeah, you wanna watch
poison
the
in
first
his
scene
face
of that?
was pretty beast.
I'm down. I'll just fall asleep again. What's up?
When the Duke like gets stabbed, and at least the Dr. Yui guy who like betrayed him.
Yeah.
And also, what a betrayal! Go join
Yeah, I
your
don't
wife.
Yeah, she was already dead. pal.
Killed.
Yeah, I
You
didn't
don't
really get
think
that.
What a chotch.
you thought that he was just holding on to your wife? What a burden for
like,
the
why
Baron.
would he think
His
that
wife was like a
good?
Ben Gesserit, and apparently she was like,
Oh, well, then that
Ben
makes more sense.
Gesserits are powerful and like will be like your sidekick. So he was like kidnapped her to like I guess
Oh.
use her powers for him.
Okay. That makes more
and so
sense.
he thought she was being used like that.
Yeah, but no.
No.
Yeah.
But, and also,
And then at least he gave him a chance to kill the guy.
yeah, but the assassination tactic didn't work. They really
How?
just locked the Baron up in there.
Yeah,
I was
they really
shocked
said,
about
"Oh,
that.
you're screwed." So what was the Baron doing? Was he breathing through a vent?
I
That's
think he
what
was
I
just like
imagined.
scared in a corner.
I
don't
imagine
know.
it like how heat rises and he was
Yeah.
above the poison.
I think that was just the best place. for
I
him to
imagined
breathe.
it like an air vent. And he was like, like if he was up there.
Yeah.
Is the only reason he was saved is because he put his little force field on before?
I
Yeah.
guess.
Because he got close to him and right before he did, he put his force field on and then he...
And he's probably just like stronger.
No, it
than
looks like he
everybody
took
else.
his force field off.
No, he took it. He put it
He
on.
put it on.
Oh, what a puss.
Yeah. I think he would have been dead meat if he didn't.
Yeah.
Well, smart by him.
Yeah. They have to drink their sweat and tears.
That's disgusting. Oh, yeah, that's a good thing to bring up. I don't think I could do it.
You'd have to. You'd definitely do it.
it.
They were like...
Sweat,
They were like, bro,
That doesn't even help you.
Ugh, this is making me grossed out. I could do my blood. I could do my tears and sweat. I couldn't stockpile. Like if somebody was like, here, I have
Here's
extra.
mine.
I'd be like, no.
No, and then
Wouldn't
Shit like,
wouldn't
shit
sweat,
like this makes me like so like queased for
wouldn't
some
sweat
reason.
dehydrate you?
Well, it
no,
goes through
because
a
they only
filtration
lose
system.
about 0.3% or whatever they said through the suit. So all the water that you would lose. Oh, what you're saying because it's salty?
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
Yeah, I don't know.
It goes through a filtration system.
Yeah, there's a filtration system.
Yeah,
Okay. So it's
What
just
about this
water.
though? What about this?
I'm sure it
They
has a funky
said,
taste.
and I wondered this when I was reading it as well. When they're gonna kill Paul, they're like, you got to kill them for their water. Like,
Yeah.
what were they gonna drink their blood?
Yeah, run him on a
Yeah,
hamster wheel or
I
something.
guess.
Yeah, like I guess they drink blood too.
Y'all remember when Jason Momoa was like, he spit in that like
Yeah.
cesspool, and I'm pretty sure that was like adding to the water rations.
Yeah. They spit to show good faith too.
Yeah, add to the water.
Thank you for your water.
Appreciate you.
Yeah,
Thank you for your moisture.
that's what it was.
Yeah, it's gross.
Yeah. I don't know why they use the word moisture.
Well, you done with the movie?
Yeah, you got a game or something?
No, but I got a good story.
Okay.
And it's something that has been developing over the past couple days. That's quite interesting. I'm a little worried to tell you about it because then you're gonna make my life hard.
I'm already interested.
On the edge
Okay,
of my
so
Yeah.
yesterday I was at the gym. I work out in Trilith,
Hell yeah. Where's that?
by the movie studio.
Okay.
So working out at the gym,
Ah,
I see this black dude, and I'm like,
you
that
got
guy,
me a celebrity.
Zach, wait till you hear this. So I see this black dude, and I'm like, this guy looks really familiar. And I said, he looks a lot like that guy from, I mean, I'm pretty good with faces and pinpoint people. I said, he looks a lot like the guy from X-Men Origins, the black dude who turns into stone,
Yeah.
So I'm like,
Darwin or something.
yeah. So I'm looking at him, and I'm like, he looks a lot like him. Okay, so I'm
Are you
working
gonna
out.
be in an X-Men movie?
No.
Damn it.
It doesn't get that. It's not
I
that
would've been
good.
so mad.
But it gets crazy.
Okay.
So I'm like, that looks a lot like him. I don't really care. That's the only thing I know him from. That was a long time ago. But I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's who that is. This other guy goes up and starts to talk to him. And I'm like, wait. I'm like, this guy's going to be famous too. So I look over there, and it's the guy he was also in that X-Men movie. He's the Beast.
Oh, that nerdy guy.
Yeah, he's from Warm Bodies. He was in About a Boy.
So Matt's girlfriend Caitlin works at that hotel, and that dude's staying at that hotel.
Yeah.
And she's nerding out about him like for the past 2 weeks. She's like, she kind of has a crush on him. She's been like, oh, I saw him again today. Yeah.
So
talk.
This happened yesterday, so I saw them both. So then when I was in the sauna yesterday, I was like, I wonder what they're working on. So on IMDb, you can go to upcoming projects. They're both in Superman. So now I'm 100% sure I've seen them. Okay? So they're both working at the movie studio on Superman.
Right.
So then I go back to the gym today, and I walk by this guy, extraordinarily handsome, jacked guy. I saw him 2 days ago.
Superman.
I didn't think anything of it when I saw him 2 days ago.
What?
And today he gave me a head bob because 2 days ago he walked in. He was wearing a Philadelphia Eagles shirt.
Yeah.
And I looked at him, and I'm like, damn, is that guy on the Eagles? He's freaking jacked. He walks right up to me and he says, how many sets you got left? And I said, 1. He said, all right, cool. And then he sat there and I finished 1, and then he got on. And then I saw the guys from Superman yesterday, and then I was like, that guy looks just like, he looks like Henry Cavill, even though it's not.
Yeah.
But he looks a lot like him. And I'm like, dude, that guy is Superman. I look him up. He's from Philadelphia. It was Superman.
Yeah.
So I've given Superman a head nod. And so that was today that I saw him and realized it was him.
How am I going to make your life difficult off of this?
I figured you're going to be like, you got to ask him to be on the pod.
Oh, no, I wouldn't. We don't have... No.
Okay.
We don't have...
Oh, really? Because I was sitting there.
Go ask him. But you gotta...
I really like, okay, but get this. This is the last part, and it's pretty good, too. So I saw Superman.
I gotta go to this gym, dude.
He gave me a head nod. I haven't really talked to any of them. I said to Superman, 1 set left. Me and Superman, just so you know,
wow,
I'm stronger than Superman.
Nah.
Not really. He was like, I was doing more on that machine.
Nice.
But he's huge.
Yeah.
But
he got
looks
Hollywood
like
muscles.
He looks like, I guarantee all those guys in Hollywood take PEDs. Like, why would you not? Yeah, like it ain't like you're getting tested.
On anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, no one cares.
So then I went downstairs, I get in the sauna. When I come out of the sauna, I look over to my left, and now I've looked up the whole cast of Superman because I'm like, damn,
they're all
who else
here.
am I going to see?
Yeah.
I looked to my left, and over there by the sink is that bald dude from Barry. He's in Superman. He's hilarious in Barry.
That dude is great.
I
love that guy.
I saw him to my
That
left.
guy's the best guy. You saw.
Yeah, he's the best guy in Barry. He's hilarious,
Yeah.
and he's in Superman. I see that guy to my left. I'm supposed to be walking to the right. I take 2 steps to the right, and I say, I gotta talk to this guy because I love it. So I turn around and I said, hey man, you're hilarious. And he said, thank you.
Yeah.
And that was that.
I love doing that with celebrities.
Yeah, so I'm like,
Like I just have it in the back of my mind after the Little Yachty incident of 08.
yeah, a lot of audience.
It was definitely not 08.
So that dude is hilarious, and if he doesn't unfortunately for that guy, if he doesn't want to be noticed, he's the most recognizable guy of all time because he is bald.
Alopecia.
Like
I
he
mean,
is
you
alopecia.
can wear a hat, but
Yeah, but
He
I mean,
doesn't have
he couldn't do
eyebrows.
that all the time. No
Yeah.
eyebrows. A hat would not do him justice.
You're finding that guy.
yeah,
You also, when you have like no hair or something, you can even see that behind a hat.
for sure.
Yeah, it's like,
You know what's fun about wearing a hat with no hair? For some reason, I like how I look.
It
in
looks
hats
good.
more.
yeah. When you have a shaved head, it looks really good in a hat.
Yeah, it's crazy.
For some reason, the hair coming out of the hat looks
Doesn't look as good.
It looks like you're a
It
bum.
fits a little bit weird. Mm-hmm. No hair, hat, great combo.
Problem is, I don't know any of those guys' names. But now me and Superman are kind of tight. Like, we do the same workouts. We've head bobbed. Maybe next time I ask him,
You need an understudy.
hey, are you a pro athlete? Like, what? How'd you get so big?
You're such a bitch.
Why are
And
you
then-
so jacked?
And then he's just like, no, actually, I'm an actor. I'm like, wait,
You're not.
you're not the new Superman, are you?
That's crazy because me and my brother were just talking about it on our movie podcast. So we do like 20 minutes.
Yeah, I figured you were definitely going to ask me. And I was already, like, trying to muster up the courage. Today I walked around, I was like,
You like ice pads?
if I see Superman, I'm going to talk to him.
Yeah.
So, I guarantee, I mean, I've seen him all, like, the past, like, several days. I'm going to see him again.
Yeah, for sure.
Just
So-
start saying like corny shit near him just
Well,
to get him to talk to you. Just be like, Every time
It's
you get
such
up
a-
from the
it's
bench, be
such
like,
a
well,
tough
up
order.
and
Oh
away.
man, you know what? I was nervous to text Wix Patton.
Yeah.
You know, I gotta talk to these guys in their face. It's like, hey man, will you be on my podcast? We have 20 listeners.
They're all family members.
If you do this, you will have nothing to
There's
gain
nothing to
from
gain.
it. It will just be out of the goodness of your heart.
That's a good, honestly,
It's probably a no.
that's a
but
hell of a
I figured
freaking...
after I told you this, you were gonna be like, you gotta do it, and then like start.
I don't want
giving
to
me-
put any pressure on you because I'm pretty sure I wouldn't.
It's like a tough freaking order.
But you're doing the same workouts as of when you guys already broed out over sets.
Yeah. I think what I got to start doing is just working out whatever Superman works out.
Yeah.
Like if I did chest yesterday and he's doing chest today,
Oh my
I'm
god.
doing chest again. So I can be like, hey man, how many sets you got left?
Hey, brother.
Why don't we just spot each other?
Yeah.
why don't you just come?
And so get this.
Cells.
So I saw Superman upstairs today. That's where he gave me a head bob.
Head bod.
Head bob. Head nod.
Hey, bud.
Hey Bob. That's where he gave me the head bob. And so
Hello.
I went and I was like, I was gonna try and say something, but I just couldn't. So then I go downstairs and there's like a more private workout area. It
Yeah.
costs a little
Is
bit
this more difficult than if you were a single man going up and mustering up the courage to go talk to like a girl?
Yes.
Yeah,
I mean,
it
for
seems more
100%.
difficult.
It's like those girls expect that. This is like I'm asking you to be on a little. Do you mean just talking in general?
I guess.
Because I talked to that one guy who said he was hilarious. We
Yeah,
had a
there you
good
go.
little rat-tat-tat. If I keep
I thought
saying
that was
him,
it.
I'll be like,
You just had a rat tat. You didn't have a rat tat tat.
true. But he said thank you.
Yeah.
But now for now on, when I see him, I'm like, hey, bud.
hey, bud.
We'll just say hey back and forth.
Yeah. Now you're linked to who's that guy? Head of Barry.
Oh,
Barry.
Yeah, we're one step away
You're
from
one
him.
step away.
We get him, we can get Bill Hader.
Yeah.
So anyways, I go downstairs, and the private workout area is Superman doing dumbbell bench, and Lex Luthor waiting on him. That's the bald guy from Warm Bodies and X-Men.
He's bald.
He's bald now, and he's going to be Lex Luthor.
He's full Lex.
Yeah.
Already.
So how many people can say that they've seen Superman
you
Lex
should have
Luthor
taken
working
a
out?
picture and done
Yeah.
a perfect meme.
The Lex
Yeah, that
Luthor
would've been a
guy
good meme.
is the most intimidating. He seems, and he's one of the more, but
He's no nonsense.
I don't know if it's because he
probably
currently
his
looks like
balls.
Lex Luthor,
Yeah.
but he looks and which is funny because all
He's
the
tall,
characters
skinny.
he plays, he's a really smiley guy.
Is he tall, skinny, or is he jacked now?
He's skinny jacked. He's definitely getting more jacked.
You're seeing the work.
Yeah, I'm
He's
seeing
putting
the
it
work.
in.
And Superman's already huge. Taylor looked him up, and it says he's 6'4". Psh.
Not my
It also
Superman.
says Lex Luthor is 6'3". If I were to guess, Lex Luthor is 6'3", Superman's 6'2".
Oh, you're saying
You
they're...
got to make Superman bigger than Lex Luthor.
So you're
though.
taller
Yeah,
than Superman.
in real life, they say his stats are he's 6'4".
Yeah.
He's not.
Hollywood height.
Hollywood height.
Yeah, they say Tom
But
Cruise
he's
is
huge.
like 5'6".
He's obviously not 6'4" because he's jacked. And when I saw him, I thought, is that guy a football player? And I thought, no, he's not big enough.
They must.
Yeah.
They must be
So,
like.
he would if he was 6'4" and as big as
Could have
he
been
is.
a linebacker.
You think that's what people are
Maybe.
thinking about you?
I don't know how big he is, but
I wish
They're
I
like,
was
is that
like,
guy a
if I knew
football
this
player?
one was going to happen, I would have been so much more jacked.
You should have
And
been.
be like, hey man, we kind of look alike.
You need an understudy.
Yeah.
You need a stunt man.
Yeah.
That'd be so funny if that's how your life went.
The black guy was like, yeah, I'm going to do some stunts later. What do you got? To Lex Luthor.
talking shop
Yeah, I was
talk.
like, oh, that's funny. It's crazy. It's like 4 of them.
Yeah.
And what's funny is I actually saw this picture on Instagram recently. And
You gotta ask. You gotta at least ask.
so now you do think so.
I mean, it would just be like that. Would be that's
I was
game
thinking, this is what I was
change.
about to say when I was trying to muster up the courage. I was going to
John,
be like,
if we get one of
hey
them,
man, I run this movie podcast with my brother. If I don't ask, I'm not going to be allowed back to Thanksgiving.
yeah.
You know, like,
And then he'll probably be like, "No, I don't really have time," or he'll like exchange numbers. And if we get one person of that
we
caliber,
blow them up.
Yeah. Put him in a group text.
if we get him, if we
Hey
casually,
man, just
not
walked
a
out
big
Superman.
deal.
It was great.
yeah, we were getting
What are we doing
updates from
tonight?
Wix an hour.
Yeah.
Well, we're not gonna mess with. We're not gonna burden you.
Yeah.
We'll give you a burner number.
So I saw this picture on Instagram the other day.
Yeah.
I didn't think anything of it. It was like filming starting for Superman. Now I've met 4 of the people in this.
That's crazy.
photo.
What if you meet James Gunn?
No, you know what's bad about seeing all these famous people is now I'm looking. There's like
Everyone.
several guys with gray hair, and I'm like,
James Gunn.
James Gunn,
Yeah.
James Gunn. Obviously, the downtime.
You do a little monologue for him.
Yeah. Oh, the girl that plays young Rhaenyra is in this movie. You might have to start going to the gym.
Young Rhaenyra.
You know the girl.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Oh, she's a
like-
baddie.
Yeah.
And then they mess her up with old Rhaenyra.
Yeah. And then
Lesbian
there's
Rhaenyra.
also another girl who was in Dora the Explorer.
What is she in Superman?
She's like,
I think I know who you're talking about. Is that the girl that's also in the great movie about family with Mark Wahlberg and the 3 Mexican children?
is that her? Yeah.
I think that's
so.
her. Yeah.
She's in it too.
Yeah.
They might show up at the gym.
I know. But I just spent thousands of dollars making an at-home gym.
Well, you just gotta work out while you.
What time do you wake up?
Oh, we get
do you go
It was
after
at like
work?
4,
Okay.
4:30. I saw this guy at around 5.
What's the membership like?
So what's the guy's
price?
name from Barry?
Bill Hader.
No, the bald guy.
Oh.
In Barry, the
And
show.
Barry, what's his name? I don't even.
Strauss.
No, but he's hilarious. And so when I saw him, I said,
Do you even
I
think
wanna
he's
talk to this
funny, or is he just a good at that character?
well, he didn't
Jonah Hill,
have
hilarious, but he's also a prick.
he didn't have like the Russian accent that he has. You know, he's like an American dude.
What?
So
Is he really?
that's funny.
Yeah.
Like
Throw me a
he-
I think he's
freaking
funny.
bone.
I think he's probably he was a good actor
Yeah.
Yeah. Who would you go for?
to try
All
and
of
get. Well, right now,
Hey, man, I wouldn't say this to just anybody.
Barry and Superman are my best bets.
I'm not telling this to the whole
And those are probably the best too.
Yeah.
Keep it on the DL.
But, dude,
I have a
whatever,
movie
like,
review podcast.
John, they filmed these. They're in Georgia for like.
Hey man, if you got any downtime, we live 15 minutes away.
Yeah.
But the one problem about it is I do not want to cause a scene, and it's really hard. I would talk to him like,
Yeah.
if
And
I
you'd
was-
have to work out at
I-
different times.
I need to.
You gotta get him in the showers.
Yeah.
Corner
I need to
him.
stalk him, and when he walks to his car, then I start going,
Yeah.
"Hey!"
you say you lunge at him.
Yeah.
Let me get a minute of your time.
How many sets you got
I
left?
think that's my main concern with it is I would talk to him if we were both walking in the parking lot, no problem, and I would ask him about that. But in the gym is very difficult, and if I start talking to him, people are gonna listen in, and then they're gonna be like,
This
"Who's
guy's
that
a
guy?"
fucking
And then I'm gonna
loser.
ruin his gym.
Yeah.
And that's my
so
biggest
he's
fear.
kind of low pro right now.
The guy from Barry couldn't be low profile if he wanted. Like if you've seen Barry, you know this
But
guy.
They
Dude,
probably
people-
said, everyone probably
I
knows
looked at
who
him for
he
half a
is.
second and said, "Holy shit, it's the guy from Barry."
Yeah.
I'm sure everyone knows who he is. It probably just caused a problem
Superman,
that day.
no
Persona
one knows who
part's
that guy
sweet.
is. He didn't have a big part until this. That might be why he's our best bet. He's
Yeah.
still like on the low.
And he's freaking Superman.
He gave me a head bob. Hey man, how many sets you got left? You can have it right now if you'll do me and my brother's podcast.
Tell you what.
I wish I would have known when he said that because I could have talked to him.
Yeah.
Instead, I just said one. Why are you sitting there like
What
a
a
weirdo?
dumb
Just can you leave? While I do
That
my
was like
life?
the time you met Post Malone. You didn't tell him that we parodied one of his songs.
I didn't tell Post Malone anything. Just that I was a big fan. I'd like a photo.
Yeah. You
I
did
got
better.
it.
Yeah, I think we got to get one of them.
I think so too.
Yeah. Listen, if we get one
It's
of
gonna
those
take me
guys,
some days to get the courage.
if we get one of those guys, and then he's like,
Taylor thinks I should work my way into it, but I don't know how to do that either. Like Barry,
Like become
I
friends
got-
with him first.
yeah, and I don't think I
I
can
don't
do that.
think
at the
that's
gym.
the. I think he got.
They all work out together. I can't just be
And
like,
they
"Hey
don't
man,
want
will you
it.
give me a spot, Soupy?"
oh, so they're grouped up.
And I'm assuming they don't really want to make a friend at the gym while they're at a movie.
No,
working.
certainly not one that knows they're famous. You
Yeah.
know, oh, this guy wants to be my friend because he knows I'm Superman.
Yeah.
Hey, David. I think
We're
that's his
so
name.
close to 100th episode, too.
Mm-hmm.
What if we jumped from, like, Hudson the friggin' Superman, bro? The best part about it would be if we got them and we made it our best podcast ever. He would be like, "Oh man, they're hilarious. I had such a great time." And then they might even approach you and be like, "Hey man, can I do this podcast? I heard it's a
Yeah,
great
that's how
time."
that works.
Yeah,
I
that's-
mean,
that's
our
definitely-
20 listener
that's definitely
pod.
gonna
That'd be
happen,
sick.
bro.
Well,
But
not
that
after
would be
we get
crazy.
Superman.
What
Not after we
would be
get freaking
crazy is if
Superman.
you got Superman and then you did a pod and then he shared it.
Yeah.
And then that would be like, what
Boom.
the
Yeah.
F?
Yeah.
I mean, that would be
That would be the goal.
tens of thousands of listens, I think.
Oh, for sure.
Because he's got millions of followers, I'm sure.
That's a game changer.
Yeah.
Game changed.
Yeah.
Where do you guys do this podcast? Oh, you know, Palmetto in a little 10 by 10 room.
Yeah. Yeah, we got some lights. I mean, we got
some lights.
Yeah, like it's good, but it's
pretty
like
hot up in here.
they're like on Howard Stern and Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah, he isn't.
all they have that's different is they probably
Studio
have like
stuff
20
is in a
people who
separate
work for
room.
them. Yeah, true.
Yeah, that's true. They're probably not going to come out here alone to Palmetto, Georgia.
True, that's also kind of a little creepy.
You can bring your
Yeah.
posse.
At this point,
Yeah, y'all
I
can
just
watch
don't-
TV with Hudson.
You guys want to play Wii Golf?
I bet they would love week off.
Who
They're people
doesn't
too.
love Wii Golf?
Yeah,
Well,
true.
he could call in too,
I just got new batteries.
Oh yeah, but he's so close.
but a face would really make it.
Yeah, we need him. In
We're gonna
this
need a
chair.
Zoom then. If
Yeah.
you're gonna call in.
Yeah, we need him in this chair.
I don't have high hopes. I also don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. It's really, really tough. The more famous people I saw, because they just kept coming at me today, and I was like, holy shit, that's Superman. And I just put two and two together.
Yeah.
And then I saw the guy from frickin' Barry, who basically was the reason I watched that show. I mean, the show was good, but he is the best part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh man, when I tell Zach about this, he's going to be like, you got to ask him on the pod. I'll be like, I've already been thinking that, and I'm already freaking out.
That wasn't how it started for me, but that's how it is now.
Well,
you just gotta ask.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
show no shame.
Yeah.
We got
The worst thing-
What would you do?
Superman.
What would you do? All right, Superman's over there. He's wrapping up a set of dumbbell flies.
Hey, bro, sweet pecs.
You want to come over to my house?
I think that's the main thing. If I had like a
Man, you're
script,
crushing those flies right now.
my guy,
My guy with
killing
the
those
flies. I almost think you could fly right now. Superman. or say, hey man, you know if you had glasses, you would look just like Clark Kent.
That's a good one. That is kind of funny.
Yeah.
But do you think that's the best way to go? To be like, I know who you are, or to play dumb?
I don't think to make a joke is the best way to go. He's probably just going to be like, yeah,
I
this
think
guy's corny.
that's a
I
funny
think-
joke.
But like, he's
Well,
just
what
going to
if
be
you
like,
said that
thanks.
and you pretended like you didn't know?
No, you can't do that.
You can't do
He
that.
would know, bro.
Yeah, if you were wearing glasses, you would look just like Clark Kent.
You just gotta go to him at a time period where not a lot of people are around. You don't think you're gonna make a scene. You're gonna be like, "Yo, man, I would be remiss if I didn't ask
I like
you
yours.
to
I
be on
I
this."
like the way you said it first.
Which one? My
Like
brother.
this would be no benefit to you whatsoever.
Yeah, I was
Do
thinking.
you have a brother?
You would just be honest with him. You
Yeah.
just be like,
Hey man, me and my brother had this movie podcast.
Yeah.
He would be pissed if I didn't at least
I
ask.
think there's
Yeah,
a
you
very
didn't put it on
small
me.
chance that he says yes, but I think that's your best chance.
And listen, it ain't gonna be of any benefit to you. This would
You
just
might
be
have
like,
fun for an hour.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's fun
Yeah.
for the most part. We'd have to make it just so good.
Yeah, you
Man,
have
if
to.
he told me he could do it, I would be.
Give us 2 weeks. We need a plan.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're
Who knows? You might have Superman on.
breaking through.
Next week's Superman's coming on.
Superman.
Yeah, we should start promising.
The
it.
guy that I'm actually the most scared of that I mentioned, he would be a great one because he's in
Luke?
several good movies. He's in Mad Max. He's the guy who rides on the train the whole time.
Yeah.
He's in About a Boy. When I watched that as a kid, I thought it was hilarious.
Well, this dude's probably in some movies, and we'd be like, "What's like one of your?" But what if we were like, "That movie was shit, bro"? We wouldn't do that.
I'm pretty sure the Superman guy has not been in much. So if we
Yeah.
watched one, we would probably be like,
Ugh.
"Bet you're glad you got Superman, huh?"
Yeah, we can't do that. All right, we're gonna plot the way that we're getting
yeah, we're gonna
Superman
get
on this.
Superman on. You just wait.
Y'all wait. All right.